Morning guys, Andre here from Howling Moon. After doing a few of the shows of recent, I'm getting the same questions over and over again by guys looking at buying a quality rooftop tent. Basically they're all looking the same. They've been copied off the original Howling Moon Tourer with the extension over the stairs. But I just want to point out a few sort of critical features that you should be looking for when you're buying a rooftop tent. Starting with the canvas. We use a 380 GSM ripstop canvas. It's got all the treatment through it, the antifungal, which when you pack it away, it's not going to get that black canvas rot through the canvas. It's got fluorocarbon as well, which is basically a Teflon, which allows easy runoff of water, easy cleaning when it's soiled. No treatments needed. We've taken all the high technologies and put it into a standard military ripstop canvas. The canvas is also important for your thermal properties. You'll notice it'll be completely dark inside our tents when you close it up. So you're not getting woken up early in the morning, or people can see you inside the tent when you got your light on. From the canvas, you look at the zips. We've always stuck with YKK heavy duty zips. You don't want zips breaking or getting soiled through sand or dust. The fly and the canvas is double stitched, so it's not going to rip in that heavy wind. We use stainless steel alloy components, so there's no rusting and so forth. The next feature I look at is the base, which is one of the most important. You'll notice a lot of bases are either plastic or a wood. We used a wood originally, or checker plate. We use a double aluminium insulated base, which is basically the same as the side of a caravan. The reason we use that, it gives it the product, keeps the product very light, and it doesn't allow heavy condensation. You might get a slight bit, but you can put an aero mat. It's not going to bend or warp over time like the other materials. Screws aren't going to drop out of it over 5 or 6 years later. And we just find that when we've used that base, we can now add a heavy duty extrusion which holds the tent up. And I'll show you later, I'll hang off that extrusion. Not ideal, you do need your ladder to climb in and out, but it is a safety guard of the tent. The mattress is one of our key features. You know, you don't want to be traveling in long distances and long periods and not having a good night's sleep. Everyone knows a bad night's sleep will ruin any trip. So we've done a lot of work on our mattress. Some added features you can add to your rooftop tent is eggshell if you find the mattress a little bit firm. We do use a 70 mil high density mattress. You'll find that it rolls rather than creases. So you've got no crease on the hip. A lot of other companies use a 2-piece mattress. We find that will crease on your hip. If you find the mattress too firm, put a mattress overlay over the top, or you can buy our quilt as an accessory. It adds another 20 mils to the softness. Packing away and all that and leaving your bedding in, yes you can. Obviously you can't leave your big duck pillows in there. Most of your bedding is mostly air. So we've got 2 tension straps on the side of the tent where you just tension it down and put a bit of pressure on it and zip the cover up. Now we don't want to make the cover too big because then you get ballooning, it's going to affect your petrol economy. So we've got quite a firm cover and it will stretch over time as well. But you can order in a larger cover if you find that you want to put a lot more bedding inside. A lot of people, what they do, because the tent's 2.4 long, is they'll actually cut a piece of the mattress out and allows them to put a lot more bedding up at the top. The mesh is a heavy duty mesh. We've used the same mesh for the last 20 years in Australia. We've had not one tent returned because of midges or sandflies or so forth. Attaching an annex underneath, you'll notice our annex has got 2 side doors, a front door and a rear door. The front door is a door as well as an awning that you can flip up. Our floor can be unzipped as well. So if you want to clean it, it allows easy access to the vehicle. I've got 3 kids, so Bubs and Mom and I sleep at the top and the 2 boys are at the bottom in their stretchers. The annex and the fly are all one piece, so there's no part of any insects or snakes or anything climbing in through the canvas. Everything's completely enclosed. Choosing your annex, if you want a canvas or a nylon. If you've got the space and you can carry the extra weight of the annex, go the canvas. It's got the better thermal properties. But if you're only going to use your annex now and again, go the nylon. It's a lot thinner. It packs away half the weight and half the size to the canvas. And talking weight in that, you look about 12 kgs for the nylon and close to 20 kgs on the canvas. Size-wise, when choosing your tent, all depends on your vehicle. If you really want to come off the back of a 200 series, 100 series, 80 series, or a patrol, you're sort of stuck with a 1.4, and you can move up to a 1.6 with tent coming off the back. It's probably a good idea to put an awning down the side of that just to counter center it. But most guys these days, because the 270-degree awning is becoming pretty much vogue, it wraps around the back, allows you to use your kitchen. Most people are going off the side, which now allows them to go a 1.6 or even a 1.8 queen bed. We stock the 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, 1.8 and a 2.4 as well. The 2.4 is ideal for a family of 4. It allows everyone to be up at the top and safeguarded, but a lot of people also want to put their jerry cans up the front, so 1.6, 1.8 is becoming pretty much the most popular tent in the market, whereas before the 1.4 coming off the back was. Weight wise of the tents, 1.4 starts at about 55 kgs and works up in about 10 kg increments as you move up on the tents. Rooftop tents, set up and set down, it all depends on the height of the vehicle and how you can access that zip of the cover. Now, accessing that zip, you can either climb on top of the vehicle or keep a 2-step ladder. As soon as you've unzipped that zip, you'll notice you just grab the stairs, that cantilever is open, and you can use one hand and it shall open up for you. And from there, you can either put the window stays on when you climb into bed or go around and put it on there. Design and the different models, we've got the deluxe tent, which was the first one. That's why it was called the deluxe. Originated in South Africa, where was used predominantly and still is predominantly used in the game parks and safaris. And when we brought it out, it was called the deluxe. From there, we progressed to the Tourer, which has the extension over the stairs, which allows the Annex as well. You can add the Annex. And that was actually thought about from a lady at a show. Met up with Dave Fraser, the owner of Howling Moon, and said, well, can't we put something over the back so I don't get wet when I'm climbing out, and I don't want people looking up my skirt when I'm climbing out of the tent. So she actually designed the tent with Dave at a show, and that became the most popular tent in the market. And you can see most of the Chinese models have copied this, the Tourer. And then we decided, okay, well, we need to progress and innovate, so we came up with the Stargazer. Now, I love the Stargazer. Even if you don't use the windows inside of the ceiling, you'll see the fly sits off the tent. It allows a lot more ventilation through the tent. It also helps with thermal properties when it's freezing cold and hot. And then obviously if you're touring in the outback during the dry season, a lot of people travel without the fly on, allows them to unzip the windows, and obviously stargaze. A lot of your photographers, your shooters love the tent. They set up their tripods in that as well. Putting the fly on and off, you look at about 3 or 4 minutes, it just clips on and off. A lot of customers take that fly off and travel without it. And I get a lot of questions saying, is the tent still waterproof without the fly? Yes, it is, but no, it isn't, because it's got zips on the top of the roof in the Stargazer. I've camped and it's rained for 3 days, and I've had a small drip come through the zip. So if you are expecting a big shower, I'd recommend putting the fly back on the Stargazer. Price-wise of the tents, you start off at about 2,400 for a 1.4, and a package with either a nylon Annex or a canvas Annex. 3 grand's your package. So we pretty much double and sometimes triple the price of your Chinese models that are pretty popular in the market. But we want to position ourselves as someone that wants obviously quality, durability, and doesn't want anything to foul out in the outback. Warranty, we offer a 3-year warranty on all our products. The only thing that does usually go with tents is after 3 to 5 years, the cover will perish if you leave it in the sun. And the cost to replace the cover, you look at about $180. Some of the other questions I get at the show, and I love doing shows, it gets the chance to really meet and get feedback from the customers, was they walk around, and I tell them, please walk around, go see everyone's canvas, feel the canvas, look at their base, you know, go lie on the mattress, climb inside the tent, close the windows, open the windows to see, you know, the temperature difference. And they sort of, the feedback I get is, geez, you know, they say their canvas is a 420 and yours is a 380, but yours feels double the strength. I suppose that's just their marketing. you know. But we like to offer our customers something superior in the market. On all aspects of the quality of the build of the tent, we've chosen what we think and what we've tested to be the best in the market. You know, from the canvas to the sewing, to the double stitching, to the YKK heavy duty zips, to the PVC cover. And obviously there's a lot of secrets that we don't divulge, but a lot of people sort of copy our tent and they don't understand why it's there, and they sort of reduce the size of certain aspects, and that's when the dust and the sand and everything else gets in, or when your tent fails during heavy wind or a heavy downpour. So one of the questions a lot of customers ask me is, what can I put a rooftop tent on, and what do I need? Well, basically all you need is 2 roof bars. Obviously the larger tents, the 1.8s and 2.4s, you might want to have 3 bars. In the 4x4 industry now, a lot of people are going the flat racks, the slim lines. I carry front runner because I find them really hard and secure, and you can add a heap of accessories on. But basically 2 roof bars, you know, a heavy duty roof bar like a Rhino bar or a Thule or something like that, or Roller or a Kayema, are great bars. I always say to the customer, jump on your vehicle, stand on those 2 roof bars and jump up and down, and if it doesn't bend or break or whatever, you should be okay. Now obviously if you're 180 kgs, we got to either put a flat rack to distribute the weight, but that's a small test because a lot of vehicle manufacturers won't guarantee or warrant a rooftop tent going on the vehicle. They'll say 60 kg weight rating. Now what I've heard in the market is they test the vehicle at 100 k's an hour on corrugated roads, and if it bends at 350 kgs, they divide it by 5 and they work out 60 kgs to make sure that they're not liable for any damage. So I've seen it on RAV4s, any SUVs, and I've put it on from military trucks to my wife's VW multivan. Fitment's pretty easy. You've got 2 aluminium struts that you'll get with your tent. You can lie them north to south or east to west, and it's got a running bolt, M8 bolt with a plastic extrusion, and you can either drill straight through the roof rack and use 4 bolts, or use the plates that we provide and go around the roof rack. Fitment time to put the tent on and off, 2 people, you can look at anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes, and the same taking it off. And the nice thing about the rooftop tent, why it's so popular, it packs away. Well, ours goes down to 300 plus the stairs on top. You can remove the stairs if you need to get under your garage, but you look at about 350 mils. You just take it off, lie it on the side of the garage. When you need to, put it back on and go camping. So that's one of the nice features about it. And take it from the vehicle, put it on the trailer, vice versa. A lot of people traveling these days in caravans, they want to go do the Cape and the Kimberleys. They'll park their caravan somewhere else, take the rooftop tent, and off they go for a couple of weeks. So, you know, I've been supplying Patriot campers and many other good Australian manufacturers and around the world their rooftop tents. Now we're doing their trailer tents, which is probably just testament to the quality and the workmanship of our tents. You'll find our tents are used probably 10 to 1 than any other touring tent in the market. If you jump on our website and just go through our testimonials, and please do, that's probably the best thing you can do because you can see it out being used. We've got Renus that's just done a year and a half, 32 countries, 45,000 Ks. The likes of the Winchon and Wine guys, they are traveling up in the Cape for long periods, always doing trips, and they're really giving our product a good test. Ben Southall, who won the best job in the world at Hamilton Island. We got couples always traveling around the world, and it's a good time. Go through, look at the pictures, and if you're ever deciding on one of those trips, you know, drop us an email. We like to support guys that are going on big trips, and we can help out, get the vehicle there for you. You know, obviously make sure you all kitted out for your trip. So guys, if you want to get more information, jump on our website, howlingmoon.com.au, or our Facebook site, another one. Go through the testimonials, go through all the tents, look at all the pictures. You can click on and you actually can go into your Toyota, look at different Toyotas or our Isuzus and so forth. Look at the trailer tents, see the Patriot with drifters and some guys making their own camper trailers, like to throw a nice tent on. Go there and then just shoot me some questions. Probably better to to email me than to phone me. It'll give me time to send you pictures, send you a brochure, and steer you in the right direction. So hopefully today you're going to get a better idea what makes a good rooftop tent. There's a lot of information out in the marketplace that is not the full truth, and that's why we do the shows, and that gives us time to really showcase our product and why it is the best. It's easy enough just to do a video and say your canvas is this, your mattress is this, and it'll withstand this, but when you actually see it in person, and also if you see any Howling Moon customer out camping and that, don't be shy. They're usually very proud of their tent. We've got a good following. They'll be more than willing to take you through the tent. Or maybe I'm gonna get myself into trouble saying that, but a lot of the guys take brochures from me and they keep it in their car because they love their tent, and a lot of the guys will buy a tent in Perth from me, and they'll travel 7 months in it to do the whole of Australia, and then they'll sell it. So they buy it for a $3,000 package. And if you jump on Gumtree or eBay, the tent will sell for $2,200 or $2,300. So it's cost them $700 for 7 months traveling. And that's with any of our tents. Our prices have remained the same because of exchange control, and also because of competition. We've moved predominantly away from a dealer aspect, and we're dealing a lot more direct. We have our likes of the No Limits down in Melbourne, Ori in Perth, Jeff in Kyabram, and our office obviously do most of Queensland and New South Wales. And Daniel down at Mulgo Centre, he's got a heap of knowledge, and he will only stock what he thinks and test it as the best. So if you're down in Sydney, give him a shout and he'll help you out. Otherwise, drop me an email and I'll chat to you then.